So, you want bigger brakes for your Dodge Charger Challenger, but you don't got a lot of money to do that. What are your options? Welcome back to the channel. So you want to do a brake upgrade in your Dodge Charger Challenger, and you have the non-SRT, no Hellcat, no red eye. You have the regular RT or the V6 model, and you say, hey, I want to have those flashy brakes, the Brembos, the Stop Techs, and all that kind of stuff. And you start looking into the pricing of these items, which are astronomical. I mean, I almost fell out of my chair when I started doing this research to upgrade the brakes on my Dodge Challenger. Now I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I saw as high as like almost $8,500 for a full race setup from Brembo. You know, the 6-piston brakes, the whole hoopla, the 2-piece hat rotors, so on and so forth. So then I said, okay, well, is there a cheaper option out there? And of course there is. But man, I looked into the SRTs as far as the 4-piston Brembo brakes that come on the standard SRTs, the Scat Packs, and then you start looking into the 6-piston brakes that are out of the Hellcats and the red eyes and all that kind of stuff. And you can find these items for sale used. You can, get the 4-piston, 6-piston, all that kind of good stuff. And then you start looking at the aftermarket, which is Bear, Stop Tech, all that kind of good stuff. I'm pretty sure there's another company I'm probably forgetting on this. And they still want $3,000, $3,500, $4,000 for these sets. You have a whole other smorgasbord of parts and shit that you got to get just to make those brakes fit your current RT, Charger, Challenger, so on and so forth. Now, the things that a lot of people don't talk about, yeah, it is a cool brake setup. I mean, that is fantastic. That is a great upgrade. But for the people that are out there that are trying to do this on the cheap, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're spending, I priced it out probably around $5,000 to do everything. Now that's if I'm using the factory parts. The Stop Tech and the Bear brakes are a little bit cheaper, but for me, I don't like the way they look on the car. Some people do, some people they don't. They just don't look the factory look. They just don't look the way I want it to look. But what people don't talk about is what you need to add or buy on top of the brakes if you're going with a factory Scat Pack Hellcat type of brake pads. Brake rotors, pads, the calipers, all that kind of good stuff. Number one thing, you need 20-inch wheels. 20-inch wheels. Number two is that you're going to need the proper back spacing of those rims. That's another added expense. So you're going to spend probably in the range of I'd say $1,800 to $2,400 for a factory setup. Plus you have the added expense of buying new rims and tires. Or not tires, but new rims, because the offset is different. Now, yes, I know there's a workaround that. You can put 1-inch wheel adapters on there. I am not a big fan of 1-inch or wheel adapters. That's just me personally. I've had them on my truck before, but when you're doing high-speed runs and you're doing racing or anything like that, I don't like to have that extra piece of aluminum that extends that wheel out as a potential fail point. I've never seen them fail as catastrophically, but that's just me. It's an add-on piece. I would prefer to actually get the proper off spacing of the proper rim that goes with that setup. So now you say you bought a set of rims. Now on top of that, if you're going to do the front and the rear of the Brembo brakes, of the factory Brembo brake setup, you are looking at calipers. You're looking at spindles, which is an added expense. not only for the front, but also the rear. Okay, so now you say you have all the parts. Well, who's going to put it in for you? Now, if you're handy, you do it yourself. No problem. You save yourself on labor. But most people are not going to want to go through the trouble of doing that. They want somebody else, a professional, to do that for their car. So now you got to add the expense of a shop to do all the work for you. Okay, so I'm like, well, God, man, this got to be another workaround. Now, this is nothing new, what I'm saying. It's been through a bunch of different videos. But me personally, I think I'm going to look towards the police pursuit brakes, which offer you, especially for the RT. Again, I'm not racing, I'm not doing Road Track America, I'm not doing all this other stuff. I'm not going 200 miles an hour. I want something that's a little bit better. It gives me a better look, but also just a little bit better braking performance. Now, your really reasonable option, and you could probably do this for right around, I would say, $1,500 all said and done with labor, is do the Mopar police pursuit package. Now, I've seen them online. I got one company here from All Parts Mopar. They sell everything that you need to do this, and I'll put into the link of where I found this. They are asking $736.61. So you factor in $700. They're probably going to charge you shipping and handling and all that kind of stuff. So you're looking about $800 plus another couple $100 for the install. And then if you don't have 20-inch wheels, then you're going to have to buy 20-inch wheels also. So that that's depending on your car and your situation. But this is actually a cool option for people who want the added performance of a bigger brake package, but not the expense. Me personally, the Brembo brakes and the Stop Tech brakes, they look cool. I can't go around that. That's a cool factor for the car show. If you got the extra $5,000, by all means, I would rather put that to something else, but without sacrificing brake power. The police pursuit package offers the added sealing or the added braking power without breaking the bank. What do you guys think? Let me know. If you've done this before, post in the comments of how this went and what you paid for it and all that kind of stuff. Have a nice day. Bye.